You are about to be told a story of a gigantic group of friends who have nothing better to do than to go to Mexico during their fall break. Must suck to be them. This story begins in their university parking lot. They are very excited. As soon as they start driving to the airport, they realize that they are also quite hungry, so they get some yummy McDonald's. They also stop at a slightly overrated gas station called Bookies where they buy yummy beef jerky. After leaving their car in a hotel parking lot, which they later regret, they head to the airport. They are quite an embarrassing sight. They arrive at the airport with some time to spare, so a few of the cool ones choose to ride a train around the airport. Meanwhile, the others sleep. I am going to skip the airplane stuff and jump straight to them being in Mexico. Yay Mexico. In Mexico, the squad is met with rain and a few people who try to scam them. Surprisingly, they are intelligent enough to evade the scammers. Phew. Their next order of business is getting to their little island in Mexico. This requires a bus ride and a ferry ride. The ferry ride was actually quite cool. Look at this handsome man. Finding the Airbnb was a little bit mind-boggling for this squad, but they eventually make it. Before going up, they decide to eat. Yummy. They very much like this restaurant next to their Airbnb. They end up going quite a few times throughout their trip. They then enter another random resort. They end up really liking this resort and return to it several times throughout their trip. To this day, I am still not sure they were allowed to do that. These kids are bad. Bad. A few of the good-looking guys in the group close their eyes for a few seconds, but those seconds quickly turn into an hour. Okay, you ready to see their Airbnb? How frickety cool. What a place. Okay, enough of that. Back to the handsome men in the random resort, now doing their first Pilates class. They quite enjoy it actually. The squad is now hungry and wants to eat. As the two handsome men waited for the rest of the squad, a random Mexican group on a golf cart invited them on for a little ride. They chose to go. It was quite fun. As a general rule of thumb, however, please beware of strangers inviting you on the golf carts. In another universe, the handsome men may have volunteered to get kidnapped. After their tour, the handsome men got themselves a yummy crepe. They also found a nice man, let's call him Mr. Nice, who later gives the whole group an amazing deal for an amazing adventure. When the handsome men found the rest of the group was quite angry at them for the disappearance. Although this is understandable, I still feel quite bad for the handsome men. After finding a place to eat, the handsome men found out that Maddie, one of the girls in the group, got stung by a jellyfish during their nap earlier that day. Poor Maddie. That almost makes me want to cry. 1. Back to some cool views and some playful but not so playful supermarket fights. While most of the group is back at the Airbnb, a few of the handsome men choose to go out for a little walk. Look at that view. I mean the city, of course. Blush. Bedtime. Awake time. Today, the squad rents golf carts and chooses to go on a great adventure. Can I tell you guys a secret? Sometimes I wish I was as cool as these people. 1. Enough of that. Look at how much fun they are having. What a beautiful view too. They even stop on the road for yummy coconuts. When they arrive at the destination, they find, drum roll please, an iguana. What a view. Another iguana. Many iguanas. After happy iguana time, the squad looks for food, but finds a lady selling juice instead. Yummy. After getting lost a few times, they also find food. This man made sounds that made the dog howl. After returning the golf carts, the squad goes to the beach. Spike ball, sand, volleyball and seawater. I so wish I was invited on this trip. Now back to their favorite yummy restaurant. And the churros. And then karaoke. Super cool squad ends the night by playing some games in the Airbnb. Okay, time for the next day. Remember Mr. Nice? He's back, and he's about to give the squad the experience of their life. Okay, maybe that's a little dramatic, but it was all awesome. They got snorkeling gear, jumped onto a boat, put on life jackets, took a trip to the middle of the ocean, and ploof. Ploof is the sound they make when they jump into the water. According to the coolest handsome man of all, this was a very cool experience. He saw fish of all existing colors known to mankind. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Have you ever seen a fish? I have never seen a fish. The squad even saw an underwater museum. Look how blue that water is. On a slightly more appalling note, at least half of the squad threw up on that boat ride. After all that swimming, the squad is given a yummy meal. They are also ambushed by pigeons. A pigeon is a stout seed or fruit-eating bird with a small head, short legs, and a cooing voice, typically having grey and white plumage. I hate pigeons. The squad later buys some ice cream, yum, and then returns to the beach. A few of the handsome men choose to go for a little walk on the beach. Again, please admire that view. They then go to a nice restaurant, which they cannot really afford, and finish off the night with a movie. The squad starts out next day at their favorite restaurant. My stance on this remains the same, yummy. After that, they take the ferry back to the mainland. We see a lot of this guy, but I'm not complaining. The squad is now on their way to, drumroll please, Cancun. The island was called Isla Mujeres, by the way. I should have told you that in the beginning. I am such a bad storyteller. 1. What a nice hotel. The handsome men are quite happy. After settling in, squad decides that it's time to explore Cancun. So they hop on a bus, walk through a city, do some shopping, and, you guessed it, they go to the beach. Spike ball. More spike ball. Back to the bus. Ooh, handsome. This is one of my favorite parts of this story. The squad is about to experience the best restaurant. The squad went to a Brazilian steakhouse and it was so good. So much food. This was a first-time experience for a lot of them. I think you can guess what I'm about to say. I won't say it, don't worry. Yummy. Bedtime. Awake time. Breakfast time. Tan time. Ish. Two handsome men decide to go for a walk. One of them then decides to get a spontaneous haircut. Ooh, so cool broski. Also, these cuties got a milkshake. Yum. Look at squad's surprise to the haircut. They are probably going, what on earth, how freaky frickety cool is this guy? Airport time. A few complications. More eat. And, just like that, our beautiful story comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. Be aware that I have a very unique perspective, and members on squad may have experienced other things. Maybe I really am a horrible storyteller. 1.